Welcome back. This is the voice of that word. This time we'll be looking at another essential aspect in Introduction to Graphic Design that all beginners shouldn't ignore. Even not just beginners, intermediate designers, like you've been designing for a month, 2 months, 3 or so on. You shouldn't ignore all these aspects of Introduction to Graphic Design, because most mistakes that designers that are having bad designs today or having issue with coming up with good ideas is that they rush into trends. They want to just create something looking good but fail to know the actual depth of what they are designing. So let's not do that, and that's the main aim of this tutorial to begin with. Let's get back to the point. What is this essential part of Introduction to Graphic Design that we are talking about today? This is the principles of graphic design. These principles of graphic design help guide how designers arrange elements on any design you see. It is the arrangement of elements on each and every graphic design. Each and every graphic designer makes use of these principles to arrange their informations on designs and elements on designs. That's why you feel more connected to a design than another one. You saw some designs online and you're like, oh god, what's this? And another one, you just stick to it, staring at it, looking at the whole information from beginning to the end without taking your eyes off or anything. These principles are what are functioning in that design that you get attached to, and it is not functioning, or probably it has been violated on the other one that you ignore totally. Before we go deep into the principles of graphic design, let us look into the essence of principles itself. So this video will not just be meaningless to begin with. You know what to be expecting along the line. You don't get confused. Even though you get confused, you can watch the video over and over again. So let's see the essence of principles in any skills. What are the importance of principles in any skills? 1. Structure and direction. Principles in any skills, whether it's designing or anything, is always applicable in any part of this life. When you want to learn, you just want to learn something, there's always principles there. So principles create structure and direction that will prevent you from wandering aimlessly by giving clear guidelines on what matters most. By understanding the principles of any skills that you want to go into, you will be able to know what is necessary and what is not necessary. It will prevent you from just wandering aimlessly, like trying to figure out something. By knowing the principle, you will know, oh, this is not possible. Okay, this is possible. What if I do this? What if I do that? The principles will be the one to guide you to it. It also deepens your understanding rather than copying techniques. Learning principles help you understand the why behind the how, like the why behind why is this skills like this and how is this skill achieved. By knowing the principles, you'll be able to know, oh, by exercising you are training your body. So that's it, and it allows you to solve creatively and make better decisions on your own. Thirdly, adaptability. Principles will always adapt to any form life is taking. As we go on in life, things keep getting evolving and there are always new trends. So principles will always adapt to any trends that is going on. When trends, tools or context change, principles remain timeless. A solid grasp of principles helps you adapt to new technologies, changing styles, and different industries. Number 4, we have support skill progression. Learning becomes scaffolded when you focus on principles. You won't have much problems trying to evolve or trying to grow your skill. You won't have problem when you know and you understand the principles very well. You move from basics to intermediate, then advanced level in a logical and intentional way. Number 5, we have developed critical thinking and independence. When you know the core principles, you don't rely on step-by-step tutorials forever. You can easily analyze, criticize, and refine your own work and others at your own pace. At number 6, we have separate amateurs from professionals. Amateurs often rely on trends, tricks, or copying. Professional relies on principles, and that's what allows them to be consistent, solve complex problems, innovate confidently. That's just the trick to it. At number 7, they keep you grounded and purpose driving. Whether you are frustrated or overwhelmed, principles will always remind you what matters most. They keep you from overcomplicating things and guide you back to clarity and intention. You won't have to be jumping from one place to another or feeling frustrated. The principles will be the one to tell you that, oh, this is wrong actually. If I do it like this, probably I'll get it right. Yes, that's just it. In conclusion, methods would always change, tools will always change, but principles endures. Mastering the principles of any skills is, without it, anything you build will be weak and temporary. With this, you should understand the essence of principles in any skills you are trying to acquire. Furthermore, always remember, learn the principles first before any other thing. It's very essential. Now back to the main course, the principles of graphic design. We have 15 principles of graphic design, but for the sake of this video, we'll be taking 7 principles, which is most essential and commonly used on every design. Though all the 15 are mostly present in designs, they work hand in hand together, like mixed up. They are interconnected when you are using it in designing. So we'll be taking 7 for the sake of the video. If you want to understand furthermore, then you will have to enroll for your masterclass. Bro, I didn't ask you for that actually. So what do you want to say? Since you said it, never mind. So that's it. You have to enroll for the masterclass where all the principles will be treated in full. But trust me, these 7 principles that we'll be taking in this video is good for you to go. The 7 principles that we'll be taking today are balance, contrast, alignment, repetition, proximity, white space, hierarchy. Balance refers to the visual distribution of elements in a design to create a sense of stability. Don't forget, what is the principles of graphic design? This is the visual distribution of elements on graphic design. It is the principles are what guides designer on distributing elements on their designs. So number 1, we now have balance. As it sounds, it is balance. Balancing your elements on your design so that your design won't feel off or like it will feel horrible, that kind of thing. Let's take some examples. Let's take a quick examples like this poster design. This is a good example of proper balance. Remember, balance is used to create stability in your design. It won't make it look chaotic. Look at the one at the left hand side. It looks like problematic, like what's going on here? I don't even know. Except from the girl that I'm seeing very well, I don't know what else is going on. But for the other one, I could easily see that it's a Black Friday and it's about fashion items. 70% off, straight to the point, and shop now and everything is there. Same informations on different places, but the way it is arranged, properly balanced, it brings out clarity. That's what we mean by balance. So we have 3 types of balance. We have symmetrical balance, asymmetrical balance, and radial balance. Symmetrical balance is when elements are evenly distributed on both sides of the central axis. As illustrated above, you can see it. Elements are evenly placed on both sides of a design. That's when we have symmetrical balance. Let's take for example, this circle right here is an example of symmetrical balance. You can see that the circles are evenly placed on upper side and lower side of the design. Let's take another one. This movie poster design is another example of symmetrical balance, whereby you can see the rocks in symmetry, one on the other side and on the other one on the other side. You can easily or invisibly trace a line through the middle by separating them. Most of the time when you want to find symmetrical balance, they are mostly found on book designs or formatting designs, food menu or a brand price menu. Other examples are movie posters like these ones. These are examples. Another one. Here is another one, and this one is taking another shift entirely, upper side and lower side, but they are evenly placed. There is another example like the first one that we did. This one is taking another entirely ways to approach it. But once you want to know symmetrical or not symmetrical, you will see that it is evenly placed. Once the design is evenly placed on both sides, that means it is a symmetrical balance. The design is using symmetrical balance. Let's move to the other types of balance. Asymmetrical balance as the second one. Asymmetrical balance is when uneven elements are balanced using contrast, color, space, and we can also make use of sizes and positions. Let's take for example, when you have an uneven element and they are making the balance, like check out this design now. You can see that there is a small f whereby we have a big F. The small f is contrasting with the big F and the color is different. This is an asymmetrical balance where one element might be small and the other one will be big, but they are making the design feel more balanced than feeling off. See this now. We have the cow head popping out from one side and the text balancing it on the other side. The cow head is bigger while the text are balancing the design. Where is another example? The hand is balancing the text on the right side. What if we try to clear out this hand now? We have something feeling off, like one of the design will be on one side. Most of the time, asymmetrical balance are found on posters, flyers design, like all these ones. Symmetrical balance are mostly used in business flyer design, posters. For example, this flyer right now, even though we can see that the elements are like evenly placed on both sides, but still they are still asymmetrical, whereby all the sizes and position of the text and images are uneven. Everything is uneven on this design, but they are balancing each other to make the design feel more stable, more stabilized. Asymmetrical balance is just the opposite of symmetrical balance. Uneven elements balancing each other. They can make use of the sizes to balance each other, or using contrast when you find an uneven element balancing each other. And these designs are mostly found on movie posters, and most common designs that you see online are symmetrical. While the third one, radial balance, when you have your element on your design coming out from the center point, that's when you have a radial balance on the design. Let's take examples. These are examples of radial balance. They are just coming out. You just have the elements coming out from the center of your designs, radiating like a circle, just coming out. You can easily get it once you just found it coming out from the center and it just in circle mode. That's just radial balance. You can just use it to make your work more catchy, and you can find it on posters design as well. It can be in asymmetrical and symmetrical. You can find it in poster designs, book cover designs, movie posters, and so on and so forth. The next principle is contrast. Contrast occurs when two or more elements in a design are different. This could be differences in color, size, shape, or texture. For example, light text on a dark background is a contrast. Big bold header next to small body text is a contrast. Thin line next to thick blocks is a contrast. Taking this design right here, the price tag serves as a contrast to the whole design itself. The price tag is red while the background are white and black. So that's an example of contrast. Why is contrast important? Contrast draws attention, it creates focus, and improves readability. Without it, your design can look flat and boring. Check this design again. You can see your eyes directly go to the price tag, making it more interesting to look at. The next, alignment. Alignment is how elements are placed in relation to each other on the work of the design. It gives structure, orderliness, and connection to your design. You have different types of alignment. We have left alignment, we have right alignment, and we have centered alignment. Whereby this example here is a left alignment where all the elements are arranged from left to the right. See the structure, see those lines, can easily trace the line invisibly. That's how you arrange it. It gives your work structure. And for the right alignment, it comes from the right to the left, while the center is centrally divided to be in the center. Why does alignment matter in a work of a design? Proper alignment avoids the scattered look. It makes your design feel clean, intentional and professional. Even if it is a simple design, it will make it look more professional when you properly use your alignment. Take note of that. Alignment makes your work look neat. And you can also think of alignment as an invisible line that holds your design together. Next principle, repetition. Repetition involves using certain elements throughout your design to create a consistency and rhythm. It's just how it sounds. Repeating your elements on your designs. Not too much, not too little, just repeating your elements. An example is repeating same font for all headings. Not that you use italic fonts on one headings and then you use a bold font on the other headings. It makes it feel off and not united. And using same color for key elements like call to action. When you want to have like 2 to 3 designs and you want to use the call to action, make it red here, the other one red, the third one red. How we make it consistent? That's called repetition. Repeating shapes or lines or patterns. And why does repetition matter? Repetition helps to strengthen branding and unity. It makes you feel like every part of the design belongs together. The reason for repetition is that it helps your work flow united. It makes anybody that is viewing your work feel all the elements are connected together. Next principle, proximity. Proximity is the principle of placing related items close together and all related ones apart. It helps organize information and makes it easier to scan. For example, grouping a heading with the paragraph beneath it. In this design, your word, your move, you control the play, you set the pace, everything are grouped together because they have same connection, whereby you have the logo on the other side, not jam packing together with it, and you have the hashtag on the others on the down lower part, while the motivational speech on the right hand side and the call to action below, not bringing everything together. This helps you to navigate every design very neatly. You go straight from the main point, your word, your move, then to the body of the design differently. That is called proximity. Why does proximity matters in your work? It builds relationship between elements. Without it, your message can get lost or confused. If you did not properly use proximity, people will fail to see the message you are trying to pass on through your designs. Next, white space, Mr. or aka negative space. White space is an empty area between and around design elements. It doesn't have to be white though. It doesn't have to be actually white, but it means an unused space. Example, margins around a page, gaps between images and text, space between letters or lines. Back to this design, the white space are the empty spaces that you could see. The empty spaces like this. Those are the white spaces. Places that nothing is there. It's just making the design to feel more professional. White space improves eligibility, focus, and elegance. It gives your design a room to breathe and avoids clutter. You can see how different elements are playing their own on this design and they are not jam-packing each other, making it feel comfortable to read and go straight to the point. Then to the last principle, hierarchy. Hierarchy is a prominent principle in every design. All design always have all these principles in it. So hierarchy is the arrangement of elements to show their importance. It guides the viewer's eye through the content in order to want them to see it. Hierarchy is a tool this is a principle, like it is the power of a designer itself. Hierarchy is the power of a designer to control each and every viewer on what to see first, what to see next, and what to see last. You control the viewer's eyes. I want you to see this first. That's what is called hierarchy. For example, headlines are larger than subheadings. Buttons are bold and colorful. Important texts are placed at the top center. Taking two examples, this design again. First, on a first glance on this design, what you see first is your word, your move. Then you go down, you see you control the play to set the pace. Now your eyes will be on the player. You feel, oh, I get what this thing is trying to tell me. Then you see the hashtag, back to the motivation speech here, and then you can go to different elements in the design. That's the power of hierarchy. And for another power of hierarchy at work here on this design here, like a product design, is a product design. So first thing your eyes will see after seeing the crown, your eyes go straight to the price. You see the price first, then you can now see the mini soft at the edge of the design, then other elements in the design. That's the power of hierarchy. Why does hierarchy matters? We've already discussed this. A strong hierarchy helps users scan quickly and know where to look at first. It makes your message clearer and more effective. Take note, when you use hierarchy, you are the king in the design. You direct the viewer's eye. So when you want to use all these principles of design in practice, if you were designing a flyer for a class, use hierarchy to emphasize the title first, balance the elements on the page, apply contrast between the heading and the body, align text and images consistently, use repetition for fonts and colors, group contact details using proximity, leave enough white space to avoid overcrowding. And we will meet in the next video.